Okay, so this doesn't usually move unless the heater's been on, but it hasn't, or the air conditioning, but it has not been on, and it was just moving like a second ago. I'm gonna set up the tripod real quick and focus on it, and I'm gonna walk the dogs. They're see that? There's no airflow here. Like, these things aren't moving. Okay, give me a second. Let's get you as high up as possible. I'm also continuing to record in case something goes on in the background that I'm not aware of. See, that one over there moves because the fan is right there and it's right next to a vent. So I'm used to seeing that one move. It's just this one over here should not be moving at all. Like it only ever moves, like barely even moves when the AC is on or the heater or whatever. It's like it doesn't move. So I put it on a tripod also so you see that I'm not touching it, the phone, so it's not the phone moving. It is this thing, my lantern. I haven't walked under it or past this area. I've actually walked towards it from the dining area, and it's moving quite a bit. I started recording it because I wanted to get some footage of all my lanterns showing that they don't normally move. And like right after this one, I was going to show you guys the other one that was just kind of showing you. And I don't know if you've noticed, but it's progressively been moving. Like it started off just a little bit, like not moving at all. And then I started seeing it move, and I came over here and got this set up, and it started moving even more and more. And if you look, it's not swaying back and forth, which is what usually happens with pendulums, because of the magnetic force of the earth, the way it spins, they eventually, if they're free range like that, they start spinning completely, like pendulum effect, which is not happening here. Like it's like someone's under there moving it. And of course I don't have any type of thermal imaging, but there is a cold spot like right where I'm standing, and I know it's not a draft. I'm slowly moving under it right now, checking the window. My window's completely sealed. The blind strings, the strings for the blinds, they're not swinging. They were swinging earlier when I was setting up the tripod, but they stopped. So they're no longer moving. As you can see, the Batman poster in the background isn't moving. So I'm gonna leave that there while I walk my dog real quick, because she really has to pee. And hopefully in my absence, it'll catch something else. Marker. 2 minutes from before. Okay, so just to cover what I was talking about earlier, see how this one swings in a pendulum kind of way, like in a circle? Because the wind's hitting it. The fan's on, and as you can see, if I'm directly under it, how it spins versus how that one was spinning. And I say was because it's no longer moving. See? Alright, Ghost and Ghouls, so sorry about the false alarm. I could have sworn it was an EVP. Like I said, I tried listening to it like right after I recorded, and the dogs heard the barking on the video and flipped out, so didn't hear it well. But this is a great example of why you should always double check before you jump the gun. And I totally jumped the gun because I was 100% sure it was an EVP, but it was just Hades yawning or something. As for why he was barking, that's still a mystery, because like as I mentioned in the video, it's really quiet to the point where you can hear the birds outside. And I didn't hear any doors open, our doors being knocked or anything like that. He just randomly started barking. Now, while I was walking Persephone, I did see him walk away several times and then come back to the window to watch us. And the whole time, you know, looking behind him to make sure nothing was there. So that in itself is spooky. The lantern, it's moving again, but I'm just gonna ignore it at this point because it's already been done. So, but it's just, you know, really bizarre at the moment. You know, there is still little scraping sounds. We've got the scraping sounds, the breathing into the microphone, which for some reason it should not have been there. The, you know, again, lantern moving and Hades freaking out. And now there's a lizard in my window, and I don't know what kind of lizard it is. I feel like it's a lost pet because I haven't seen this kind of lizard. Sorry, I haven't seen this kind of lizard around here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hey, little buddy. And like, he's not very scared. I actually can lift up the window, and he won't run. I don't know if it's focusing. Hello. But anyways, guys, you know, thanks for tuning in. Sorry again for the false alarm, but I was so excited. I was hoping that it was an actual EVP, but looks like it wasn't. So thanks for tuning. Please share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button, and stay spooky.